stand for the pledge, please. Pledge allegiance to the
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Go, girl.
Okay, I'd like to call this meeting of the Town of Plattsburgh Town Board to order for October 21, 2013. Roll call, please. Here.
Thomas Wood.
Here.
Here. Paul Moy.
Here.
Here.
Resolution number 308, approving the minutes of the previous meeting.
Resolved that the minutes of October 7th and October 15th, 2013 be approved with the reading of the minutes we dispensed with.
Have a motion. Mr. Wood, second.
Second.
Mr. Renader, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood.
Yes.
Martin Manick.
Yes.
Paul Moy.
Yes.
Gerard Renner.
Yes.
Bernie Mac.
Yes, resolution's carried. Now, if Aaron is back there somewhere, Mr. Payne is over there, not back there. One of the things we do periodically that is very special, we're very pleased, which is to recognize our youth and their families and parents that have supported them, and our coaches that have made all this possible. We have some soccer awards, so we're going to turn that right over to Aaron. And we're going to remind the boys and girls that if they look at the camera in the corner, they'll be on cable TV when this is aired. So it's a nice thing. You can DVR and send it to Grandma right before, close to Christmas. A great time to send this. Aaron?
All right, good evening. My name is Erin Pangborn, and I am the Recreation Program Coordinator for the town. We just finished our fall soccer program and would like to recognize several participants for their outstanding commitment and sportsmanship throughout the season. Overall, our whole fall season was a success, with all of our participants showing good sportsmanship and positive behaviors. However, we would like to acknowledge those players who have been positive role models for their fellow teammates and opponents. Our Most Dedicated Player Award goes to individuals who demonstrate these qualities as well as go beyond what we ask of them. The following players lead by example on and off the field, and that is why we feel these participants are highly deserving of the Most Dedicated Award. We hope that this will reinforce positive behavior for all participants in the future. We are very proud that these kids are a part of our program. So I'm going to call them up one by one, and when I give you a certificate, we're going to wave at Ricky over there and look at the camera. Okay? All right, from our Cumberland Head Mike Soccer Team number 1, congratulations to Cole Smart. From our Cumberland Head Mite Soccer Team, number 2, Lucas Kurla. From our East Morrisonville Mite Soccer Team, number 1, Brady Mannix. From our East Morrisonville Mite Soccer Team, number 2, Reagan Mulverhill. From our North Plattsburgh Mite Soccer Team, number 1, Haley Trippy. our Caneyville Pee Wee soccer team, Sariq Moore. From our Cumberland Head Pee Wee soccer team number 1, Zoe Danville. From our Cumberland Head Pee Wee soccer team number 2, Matthew Wood. From our East Morrisonville Pee Wee soccer team number 1, Josie Levine.
Cute. Yes.
From our East Morrisonville Pee Wee soccer team number 2, Kennedy Ubel. And from our East Morrisonville Bantam soccer team, Dylan Reynolds. Congratulations to the 2013 Most Dedicated Soccer recipients. Also, we would like to thank all the parents for dedicating their time from August through October to bring their children to our soccer games. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Erin. And again, the parents certainly are coaches. We were looking at numbers today, and the participation rates are good. Things tend to move around a little bit depending on the times and the culture, but it is a lot of work. And if you've all been there, if you haven't, you're a young family, having 2 or 3 youngsters going 2 or 3 different directions. I see some automatic smiles. We've all lived through that, right? But it's so important for these young people to learn how to be part of a team, how to contribute, when to pass, when to take the heat and make a shot. And those skills do transfer life. So we applaud you all, and coaches, they give an awful lot of time every time to be out there. So again, thank you all. We know it's a school night, and some of you have some other things to do, so we'll just slow the pace down a little bit if anyone would like to. I usually say go to Harrigan's, but we can't do that tonight. Thank you very much for coming. Sometimes they cry, but really. How are you? Never had too much.
Me. They'll all be there. Not all. But so far.
And as long as they're not this, it's a tough option. You used to always worry about kids playing in the streets, the balls rolling in there. You don't see kids playing in the streets. Basketball, field
Good job. Cool. Let's be careful we don't work that out.
You might be moved out with that for having.
Yeah, I think he's got some.
Tonight's agenda. We'd like people to sign in too.
Good. Okay, we will continue with the regularly scheduled program. Are you all set, Rick?
Yep.
Resolution 309, abstract 10B.
Resolved that the abstract of audit of claim number 10B They received as reviewed by the audit committee and the supervisor hereby authorized to place out.
We have a motion. Mr. Renedick, second. Mr. Wood, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Mark Manick?
Yes.
Paul Moy?
Yes.
Ron Renner?
Yes.
Bernie Bass.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 310, supervisor's monthly financial report.
Resolved to receive and place on file the supervisor's financial report for the month of September 2020.
Have a motion.
So moved.
Mr. Manick, second. Mr. Wood, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Mark Manick?
Yes.
Paul Moy?
Yes.
Ron Renner?
Yes.
Bernie Bass.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 311, standardization of submersible wastewater pumps.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh Water and Wastewater Department requests to standardize submersible wastewater pumps throughout the town of Plattsburgh. Whereas individual submersible pumps are necessary and critical component of the wastewater pumping station. And whereas 7 of the stations are currently equipped with flag pumps throughout the town, 15 storage pump stations. And whereas standardization will allow the town to reduce stock inventory of parts and tools that will result in lowering costs, obtaining greater durability, which reduces labor and maintenance costs, and achieves reduction in overtime due to elimination of pump plug. And whereas the standardization of submersible plug pumps shall not eliminate the need for the town of Plattsburgh to solicit bids to obtain the lowest responsible bidding to supply the plug pumps. Whereas the town board has carefully studied and reviewed the recommendations of the director and assistant superintendent of water and wastewater department. Now therefore be resolved that the town board does hereby authorize the standardization of all submersible wastewater lift pump to be purchased by the town of Plattsburgh as to be submersible wastewater lift station pumps manufactured by Flag Incorporated USA.
Have a motion.
So moved.
Mr. Renedick, second.
Second.
Mr. Moy, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Mark Manick?
Yes.
Paul Moy?
Yes.
Ron Renner?
Yes.
Bernie Bass.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 312, North Country Life Flight.
Whereas the North Country Life Flight Incorporated is a nonprofit tax-exempt corporation which is responsible for all aspects of patient care by providing medical equipment, training medical personnel, and administering the medical portion utilizing the New York State Police helicopter base in Saranac Lake and private fixed-wing aviation resources. Whereas New York State Police and private fixed-wing aviation resources do not provide medically trained team or medical equipment for patient transport. Whereas the people of Clinton, Essex, Franklin, Hamilton, and St. Lawrence counties receive vital emergency medical service which is free of charge to critically ill and seriously injured patients. Therefore, municipal governments are asked to pledge money for this worthwhile program. Now therefore, it be resolved that the town board, town of Plattsburgh, hereby authorizes the supervisor to enter into the contract with North Country Life Flight Incorporated for the purpose of operation of the medical component of the Medevac program, which will serve its residents and visitors in the amount of $1,500, which represents the town's share for 2014. And it be further resolved that the sum of $1,500 shall be charged to the Community Service Fund account for the 2014 budget. It is further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the budget officer and finance manager.
A motion.
So moved.
Mr. Mannix, second.
Second.
Mr. Wood, any discussion?
I just want to comment, I think the price for this is extremely reasonable, and it's because we have all of the municipalities participating in the program.
I believe it stayed the same for several years.
I'm pretty sure it's been that much as long as I've been here anyway. Yeah. Yep. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Martin Manning?
Yes.
Harold Moy?
Yes.
Roger Middleton?
Yes.
And Bernie Bassett.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 313, public hearing notice for consolidated assessment.
Resolved that a public hearing be held at the town board at the town hall, town of Plattsburgh, on Banker Road on Thursday, November 7, 2013, prevailing time as noted, for the purpose of hearing and considering any objections which may be made to the complete consolidated assessment roll that are on file with the town clerk pursuant to town law, section 239 as follows. 715, Town of Plattsburgh Consolidated Water District. 720, Town of Plattsburgh Consolidated Sewer District. 725, Base Water District. 730, Base Sewer District. 735, Base Storm District. 740, Base Highway Maintenance Improvement District. 745, Highway Townwide. 8 p.m. Lighting District, and 8:15 ambulance. And it be further resolved that the town clerk is hereby directed to have published in the Press Republican notice of said hearings to be held at the town hall, 151 Baker Road. And it be further resolved that the budget officer be given a copy of this
A
resolution.
motion.
So moved.
Mr. Lemoy, second.
Second.
Mr. Renadette, any discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Martin Manick,
Yes.
Paul Moy,
Yes.
Gerard Renadette.
Yes.
And Bernie Bassett.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 314, setting a public hearing for certain elected official salaries in the 2014 preliminary budget.
Whereas public notice for a preliminary budget and certain elected official salaries must be shared. Therefore be resolved that a notice of hearing entitled Setting a Public Hearing for Elected Officials Salaries in the 2014 preliminary budget shall be published once in the local newspaper and posted in the town hall as indicated. Notice is hereby given that the preliminary budget of the town of Plattsburgh for the year beginning January 1, 2014 will be compiled and filed in the office of the town clerk on or before October 31st, 2013. Further notice is hereby given that the town board, town of Plattsburgh, will meet and review said preliminary budget and hold a public hearing thereon at the town hall located at 151 Banker Road in the town of Plattsburgh, Clinton County, New York, on Thursday, November 7, 2013 at 8:30 p.m. prevailing time. At such time, any person may be heard in favor or against the preliminary budget as compiled or for or against any item or items therein contained. Councilperson, supervisor, town clerk, highway superintendent. And a copy of the preliminary budget will be available for inspection by all interested parties at the town hall on the 151 Baker Road between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the budget officer and to the finance manager.
Have a motion.
I'll make a motion, but then I'll make a comment.
Mr. Mannix, do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Renadette, any discussion?
And the reference on the paragraph just before the final resolve, we talked about copy of the preliminary budget be available for inspection by all interested parties at the town hall in the Banker Road between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. Do we have a date?
That would be no later than the close of business on October 31. We also should amend, or I'm going to make a note at least if we don't amend this, that it needs to be posted on the website. So noted. That would be the preliminary, and we should post, Rick, the announcement as well, put it on our homepage.
So are you gonna put that in your?
I've made a note that if somebody wants to amend it, we can make it part of the resolution. Either way, it's gonna happen.
I'd like to have it be amended and added to the resolution.
Support
I
that
agree.
amendment, George?
Yes.
Any other discussion? As amended, roll call, please.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Martin Manning,
Yes,
Paul Moy,
Yes.
Gerard Rendell.
Yes.
And Bernie Glass.
Yes,
So,
resolution
on this
carries.
one- On this one.
and don't we have we should make a comment on that change of timing?
That really would be a draft, but the public hearing on the budget is noted in the resolution as 8:30. So we have to amend the notes about the,
That's going to the paper.
yes.
All right, so that's gonna be changed, okay.
Right,
Very good.
and that part being at 8:30. So we don't, we'll have the consolidated tax rolls first. Okay, any other no?
We were discussing after the fact.
Yep, resolution 315, 3% site plan, return deposit for Adams Glass site plan 2012.
Whereas the town, whereas the town of Plattsburgh Planning Board has reviewed and approved all requirements of the Adams Glass Site Plan 2012. Whereas Adams Glass Site Plan 2012 has on file with the town of Plattsburgh a 3% deposit for construction of the project in the original amount of $1,863.63, plus accrued interest. And whereas the planning department has coordinated all inspections of said project and reports all requirements have been met and completed. And whereas Adams Glass Site Plan 2012 has requested in a letter that the 3% deposit in the amount of $1,863.63 plus accrued interest to date be returned. Now therefore be resolved that the supervisor is hereby authorized and directed to release said deposit in the amount of $1,863.63 plus accrued interest to date. And it be further resolved that a certified copy of this resolution be forwarded by the planning department secretary with the return of the deposit to Danville's Painting Incorporated.
Motion. Mr. Moy, second.
Second.
Mr. Renadette, any discussion?
Yeah, even though it's Adams Glass, the check came from Danville's Painting, right? I mean, that's where the money came from originally.
Correct.
So it's being sent back there instead of to Adams Glass as the letter requested from Julie Danville.
Correct.
Okay.
Anything else? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Martin Manning,
yes,
Paul Moy,
Yes.
Gerard Rendell.
Yes.
And Bernie Glass.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 316, amendment to advertise for sealed bids for a new 60 kilowatt emergency generator and 225 amp automated transfer switch.
Whereas Resolution 13278 was passed to open for bid on October 17, 2013 at 3 p.m. to purchase emergency generator and 225 amp automated transfer switch to replace the damaged unit at the Route 9 North wastewater lift station. Whereas the bid was postponed for the purpose of liberalizing and specifications and permitting the bidder sufficient time to evaluate the effort of the change in specification. Excuse me, whereas Scott Stoddard, Water and Wastewater Director, has made a request to solicit new bids for said generator and transfer switch. Now therefore be resolved that the town clerk is hereby authorized and directed to re-advertise for sealed bids for the purchase and installation of the generator and transfer switch, for which bid specifications and non-conclusive documents will be available from the town clerk. And that said advertisement shall be placed in the Press Republican with bids to be open November 7th, 2013 at 3 p.m. at the town of Plattsburgh Town Hall, 151 Banker Road, Plattsburgh, New York, 12901. And it be further resolved that the town board reserves the right to reject any and all bids offered and that a copy of this resolution be given to the town clerk, the director of water and wastewater, and the finance manager.
A motion. Mr. Wood, second.
Second.
Mr. Mannix, any discussion?
Just,
Sorry, Marty, go ahead.
just a question for Rick to be clear. Any bids that were received, Rick, am I correct, they were, by that 17th date, they have been returned on
They were returned to him today. And I made the phone calls as a backup before I sent them back to him.
Why are we actually re-putting this out to bid? I thought we were just postponing the bid and sending out another addendum. I don't know why we're paying to re-advertise it. We had 20-something bidders on the bid list as it was.
It was, I guess the best answer for that, the recommendation by Association of Towns Attorney was to do that, would eliminate any possibility of concerns, questions, a new bidder who might surface as a result of this. So that's the reason why. She didn't indicate it would be illegal not to, but she was concerned if you do put it out, she was concerned there could be a potential for some question by someone who didn't bid the first time, and now there's a change. Of course, she didn't know what the changes were and why we were doing it, but we want to err on the side of caution. It's probably a shorter answer. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Martin Mania?
Yes.
Paul Malloy?
Yes.
Brad Renfro?
Yes.
Rudy Bassett?
Yes, resolution carries. That's all I have on the scheduled agenda, but I would seek a motion to move into executive session to discuss collective bargaining negotiations.
I'd like to amend that and as well add the employment history of a certain individual. And I will make that motion.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Renada, a second by Mr. Wood. Can I get a roll call, please?
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Martin Mania?
Yes.
Paul Malloy?
Yes.
Brad Renfro?
Yes.
Rudy Bassett?
Yes, we will move into executive session at 7:38.
Have we anticipated any action?
I don't anticipate any action. I don't know how long it will take, but we will be back at some point.